Okay, this is amazing. This is really amazing. That's why I want to show it to you, because it's amazing. You can take a deck of cards, borrowed deck, shuffled deck, and do this spontaneously. It's pretty cool. All right. It's totally magical. Have your spectator shuffle the cards. You can do it. Get them all mixed up and have them select the card. Freely select the card. You don't need to know what that card is. And they'll take a look at it and memorize it. Okay? So they've got it memorized. There you go. And what you're going to do is you're going to say, we want to lose your card in a small packet of cards like this. There we go. That's enough. Now let's go like this and get it all mixed up. Okay? Now, do you remember your card? Because it's really important that you know what your card is. In fact, not only do you need to remember your card, you actually need to know how to spell your card. Okay? Because you're going to do that mentally. So don't flinch. I'm just going to lay them out here like this and make sure that you recognize your card. It's there somewhere. You got it? Okay. You want to mix them up, you can. Okay, so they mix them up. We can mix them up. But you do remember your card. It's in this packet somewhere. All right. But we really want to get it all mixed up. So it's all mixed up. All right? Okay. All right. So here's what we want to do now. I'm going to try and read your mind. But I'm going to do it as you mentally spell your card. So if you were thinking of, say, the two of spades, in your mind, I want you to spell the word two, T-W-O, right? Probably not the two of spades, but whatever you are thinking of, I want you to begin to spell that card in your mind. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to move a card for every letter that I think you're spelling, okay? So think of the first letter, and the next one, and the next one. I think that's it. I think you've spelled the value of your card. Am I right? Ah, pretty good. So the next word is of. That's easy because it's the something of something, right? So that would just be O-F like that. But we have to get to the part now where I'm going to read your mind on what suit you're thinking of, right? And hopefully you can spell this word. I don't know what it is yet, but I'm going to try and follow what you're thinking. So for every letter you're thinking, I'm going to put a card down. You ready? Oh, it's a long one. Oh, I think you just spelled it, didn't you? Right, okay, so you just spelled a card, and I moved a letter for each card. I think I was in sync with you. Were we in sync? Was I spelling your card? Wow. So if I told you what your card was right now, would that be a pretty good trick? That would be a good trick, but I'm going to tell you something. This isn't a trick. This isn't a trick at all. This is actually some really good M-A-G-I-C, which spells magic. And your card was what? The Ace of Hearts. What do you know? Okay. All right, that's such a cool speller trick. Spelling card tricks can sometimes get a little wonky because they can go on too long. And I like spelling card tricks, but you don't want them to be complicated. You want people to be able to follow it. And in this case, they have to spell something in their head, so you go nice and slow with that. This is a great spontaneous trick. Because, like I said, it could be done with a borrowed deck. Let them shuffle it. They can pick any card they want. Free choice. You don't need to see it. You don't need to know it. Okay, so let's say they've chosen that card. You don't know what it is. I'm going to show you, so I can show you the workings of it. Okay, so they would be remembering three of clubs. You wouldn't have any idea. The next thing you want to do is we're going to put 8 cards on top of this. Because we work with a packet of 9 cards. That's really important. You don't need to draw attention to that. Just act like you're just putting down a random number of cards. You are, but it's actually specifically, we need to specifically work with 9 cards, okay? We know their cards right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly peek the top card. Even though I've shuffled the deck, right? I'm just going to quickly peek this top card. It's going to become my key card. So I'm looking at what turns out to be the 8 of diamonds. That's going to be my key card. But I'm not stopping. I'm just going to keep going. Okay, we got your card. We're just going to bury it. And what I'm really doing is I put these 8 cards down. I just put a key card next to theirs because I want to figure out what their card is by this key. So here's my 8 of diamonds. I'm just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm counting in my head though. They don't need to know any of that. I'm just going to be putting cards down. Looks like a god. That's enough. We just need a small packet of cards. And now I can cut the packet while I'm talking. I'm saying you remember your card, right? Because remember, I've got a key card next to it. I know the 8 of diamonds. I don't know their card yet. And I'm just going to keep doing this. And all I'm doing is cutting the packet. And while I'm talking in the background, just looks like I'm shuffling up the cards, mixing them up. They're not paying attention to that. I'm just saying, can you remember your card? Because I'm going to need you to know how to spell it. In fact, I want you to take one more look at it to make sure you can spell the full name of your card, okay? This gives me a reason now to spread my cards out. Now notice what I just did. When I just shuffled them up, I ended up with my key card right here, which tells me that the next card in the pack over here is theirs. Now I know it's 3 of clubs. That's all I need to know, okay? It may end up, though, like this. You go, okay, I want you to look for your card here. And again, I'm looking for my key card, so I know what theirs is. So the only reason for me to show them this is so that I can discover their card too. That's just the key card principle. Now, I know 3 of clubs. I can forget about the 8 of diamonds. I'm done with it. But now I know their card. Now what do we do? Say, could you remember it? You've got it? And is that a card you can spell? Okay, great. Now, let's get them mixed up again. Now, why do I want to mix them up? Well, because I need a reason to get that 3 of clubs into a specific spot in this packet. This may seem complicated to you, but I tell you, if you play around with it, it really is much easier to do than you think. So I need that 3 of clubs to be the 3rd card from the top of this packet. So we're just going to let them shuffle to their heart's content. And then I'm going to do some shuffling too. And as I'm shuffling, let's make sure we got these really mixed up. I just very quickly put that 3 of clubs right where I want it, the 3rd spot. So easy to do. You're just going, okay, even if you have to go, okay, let's make sure these are nice and mixed up. Even if you have to do one of these, it's not a big deal to cut the cards. So if my 3 of clubs was actually, let's say, somewhere in the middle here, and I want it to be the 3rd position, and it ended up after we mix them up there and here, right? I just, okay, let's get these all mixed up. I just moved it to the top. Now I can go 1, 2, 3, go like this, boom. Just keep track of what you're doing. And now I just put it where I need it, okay? If you move it to the top, I'll do that again. I went 1, 2, 3, and then I put these right back on top, just like that. They don't know what we're doing. We're shuffling cards around. If it ended up on the bottom, I could do something similar. So it's on the bottom, and I could just go 1, 2, 3, and I just put it on the 3rd one on top. So that sounds harder than it is. Play with that. Take 9 cards and move. You'll find that you can move a card around all you want. So right now I've got it on the top, right? So I would go 1, 2, 3, put it right back on top. They just think we're shuffling cards. Point is, once you know their card, they get it all shuffled up. You move it into the right position just by shuffling, cutting, whatever you want to do. Just use your pattern as misdirection to get that card. They don't know you know the card. You just put it in the 3rd position. So once it's in the 3rd position, the trick is now set up. It's automatic. You can do anything you want to. You can do exactly what I did and it will work. Now, since I know their card, this is the trick. I know it's 3 of clubs. I know what they're going to be spelling. So I'm going to pretend like I'm reading their mind. And I say now, for example, if you're thinking of the ace of spades, you're going to be spelling one letter A, C, E as I move a card. Okay, can you do that? Okay, well, I'm actually going to be spelling, of course, it's the 3. And so I'm going to go like this. In my mind, I'm going T, H, R, E, E. And then I'll stop and go, oh, I think we just spelled it. Am I right? Because they're following along in their head too. Great. This is important. I put one card down, take the balance of the packet and put it there, okay? They go, now the next word is easy. It's O-F. I already know that. I don't have to read your mind for that. We're just going to go O-F. We want to spell the whole card. Now, think about that suit. They're going to be thinking clubs, and I know it's clubs, so I'm going to be going, oh, I think we got it. Does that sound right to you? Were you in sync? Were we in sync? Okay, well, so now the card is exactly where I want it. Turns out it's actually in the 5th position, which is where it'll be every time when we do that. And you go, they think that'd be a good trick? I don't think it's a trick at all. I think it's magic. I think it's M-A-G-I-C, magic, right? So that's just a fun way to use this math principle. The math principle is this. If their card is the 3 of clubs, and it's in the 3rd position in this packet of 9, all you have to do is spell it out. T-H-R-E-E, put that packet on top. O-F, put the packet on top. C-L-U-B-S, put the packet on top. That puts the card in the 5th position so you can spell the word magic. If you want to spell another 5-letter word, you can. Trick. Would that be a good T-R-I-C-K? It sure would. I just like spelling magic. I think it's more fun. So what we've done is we've taken this 9-card packet principle where the third card is always going to end up in the 5th position when we spell it. And it's always going to, when we're going to be able to reveal it by counting out 5 cards at the end. Okay, so we're combining some things here. They have a freely chosen card. Let's just walk through it real quick. It's a little bit confusing, I guess. Okay, so shuffle deck. They have a freely chosen card. In this case now it's going to be this one. Okay, you don't know what it is. You're going to tell them to memorize it. I'm going to peek at the top card here. I'm looking at a 7 of hearts here, so I'm going to go, now let's lose your card, okay? There's a nice little packet we can lose it in. What I did was I just put my key card on top of their card. I'm just going to cut the packet, not shuffle it. I'm going to cut while I'm talking. See, it's really important that you remember your card. Not only remember it, but that you're able to spell it. So I'm going to show it to you one more time. Don't flinch when I turn these cards over, because I don't want you to give it away, but I want you to look at your card and see if it's something you're going to be able to spell. What I'm really doing is looking for my key card, which just ended up on the bottom of the pack. So I know their card is 8 of diamonds. Do you see your card in there somewhere? Is it something you think you can spell? If not, we can start again. No, okay, you can spell it. Some of them take a long time to spell, but that's a good one. You got it. Okay. Now let's go ahead and shuffle these up. Get these all mixed up. All you want. They can shuffle them up. It's really good. Okay, it's really good. Now, let's just make sure everything's all nice and shuffled. And I'm going to do something that I think is magical. Okay, what did I just do? After they shuffled them, I looked at them and I put the 8 of diamonds in the 3rd place. You saw me do it. But they wouldn't care. They wouldn't know what we're doing. I'm just still constantly moving cards around. And at some point, I move that 8 of diamonds right to where I want it. So we're going to go like this. Think of your card. This is a hard one to spell, by the way. So you want to go really slowly for people who have a hard time spelling the word 8. And diamonds is the longest one. But it can be done. So they're in their head, they're going to be going E-I-G-H-T. And you can stop. Oh, I feel like you spelled the value. And then we're going to go O-F. That's true for every card. But now we've got another one to do. Start spelling the suit. They're in their head, they're going to be going D-I-A-M-O-N-D-S. Go, wow. We're in sync. So I stopped at the right letter. So we must be thinking the same thing. Would it be amazing if I knew your card? No, it wouldn't be amazing. It would be M-A-G-I-C, magical, if I knew your card. There you go. All right. Diamonds is a hard one too, because it's a long one, right? So when I'm spelling it for them, and of course I'm spelling in my head too, I don't just go D-I-A-M-O. You want to slow down. You want to go D-I-A-M-O-N-D-S, because they have to think about what they're spelling too. People don't often spell that words like that in their head, so you have to make sure you're mindful of that. All right, so anyway, that's a cool trick, and you can do it with a borrowed deck. Now I'm going to say this because I say it often. If you want to do this with a marked deck, unbelievably easy to do, because you'll know their card from the start. You won't have to do all that key card stuff. But not everybody wants to use a marked deck, and it's great to use a borrowed deck. But if you did use a marked deck, all you'd have to do is go like this, take the card. I already know what it is because it's marked, right? I know what the card is, and so I can just move on with the trick. I can bury it, I can go right to burying it, and then moving the card into the right position. Marked decks make things so much faster. But the point is, sometimes you want to borrow a deck or use a regular deck, and that's when you can do it with, and it is not just a trick, it's magic.